I don't understand why Okay, here we go. Are you guys ready?
Sure.
Welcome. Welcome, everyone. It's good to have you here. Welcome to those of you playing along at home. This is the Sofa Honeys podcast, hosted by yours truly, Chase the Goose Goosen. Hello, over here with the headphones on because I am not only your host, I'm also your producer. And then we have to my right, your left, Scotty, Big Body, The Body Jennings. Then we have over there on the far side, the moderator of our conversations, Sawyer, who never casts his line, a Fisher. Welcome, Sawyer.
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you. Good to see you. And then here we have Joe. What's up, Joe?
Not much, man. Just
not much.
Just doing my thing.
Anyways, welcome to Sofa Honey podcast, powered by the Collective. We're going to be doing a couple of things. Don't worry about it.
All right.
We're going to be doing a couple of things here. We're going to be having a couple of interesting topics that we all choose, and we're going to try to keep this to a 30-minute kind of thing, and we're just going to make it as entertaining as possible, as quickly as possible, get in, get out, and not waste too much of your time. A couple of the things that we have, obviously we have a video version if you're just listening to it on whatever thing that I posted on. And then we also have, for those of you watching the videos, we have different camera angles. So here we have Scotty and Sawyer on their own thing, and then we have myself and Joe. So hello for the closer up version. And this is a Janky Chase production. Okay, so Sawyer, why don't you tell us what we're starting off with today?
You know what? I would love to pass the mic off to Scotty, big body, little body, sexy body man himself.
There's so many bodies.
So many bodies. You got so many bodies.
This guy has the most bodies.
Let's hear it, Scotty. What are we talking about tonight?
All right. First topic. We have lots of festivities coming up, lots of parties, family events.
Yes.
So I felt like this topic was very, it just went well with everything going on. So let's talk about when you are the host
Okay.
All right.
of a party.
Okay, we're the host. We're hosting a
It
party.
is at your house.
My house.
Okay. It's at the end of the night.
End of the night.
And you want people to leave.
Yes.
What is the best strategy / what do you say when you want people to leave?
I want to go to
That
bed.
is both respectful, but also gets the point across.
Well, okay. I think there's an important question to follow up for you. What's the vibe of the party?
There's 10 plus people.
10
So
plus,
it's
that's
like
not
a
very many.
swingers party, or
It's like it's like not a rave party.
These are good
it's
questions.
it's like a shindig.
just a shindig, just a get
It's like
together?
That sounds more like a get-together
No.
than a
It's a kickback.
Got you.
A
A
kickback.
kickback,
Yeah.
maybe some
A
casual
kickback.
drinks, but we're
I'm gonna
having
go ahead and
dinner.
say,
Mix of family and friends.
first and foremost,
Oh,
the
wait.
easiest way is you got to plan it 2 hours before you want them to leave. You slowly start lowering the volume because there's going to
Cool.
be music playing.
Yep, that's a good
So you
point.
just
That's
incrementally
fair.
walk over there and just kind of tap that volume down button a few times, and
That's a really
eventually
good point.
it's going to stop. And when the music stops, there isn't a
Party's
party
over.
anymore.
That's true.
I do like that.
I would just say, because as someone who has hosted many a party in this very building, mostly because of my winter wonderland that's out in the hallway, I just say, I want to go to bed.
Okay,
See,
so
but
That's very
I'm going to go ahead and
straightforward.
counteract that because I've seen you asleep in your bed whilst people were still indulging themselves
doesn't
in your
even say
kitchen.
That's an
That is
incredible
true.
host right there.
That's true. Most of my parties as of late have been me going to bed and just being like, all right, I'm going to bed. Guys, clean up. But the best part about it is that most of my friends just clean up for me.
Well, see,
Which is
that's
good.
where I was going with my take. Listen, you gotta tell them you can't stay here. If you're sticking around any longer, you gotta help clean up. More than
Okay,
half of the
okay,
crew
that's
is
good.
out at that point.
I feel like most
Here-
people help clean up, though.
You have good
If I'm
friends.
being honest.
here's what I was thinking.
You hear that? You hear that? You hear that? If you're friends with Sawyer, you're not a good friend because
That's
you
not
don't
what I was
clean up at
saying.
his
Just to be
parties.
clear. Not what I was saying.
So here's my take.
Okay.
Before people even come over, when you send out the invitation, you give them a time frame. So from 6 to 9 p.m. 9 p.m. You put it there. There's no 6 on. It's 9.
Are we putting that in bold on the
Yeah,
invitation?
like bold.
Joe.
Or at the end of the party, you go, well, and you stand up like one of those dads.
Okay, first of all, the fact that you just think that there's enough people that are going to see you go and just
Well-
get up is kind of
Well, it'll kind of
what I'm
start the
saying.
trend.
I think
That's what I'm saying.
that's
It's
a
a
good
vibe
way to
too.
do it. Just on the couch, just be obnoxious as you can. Getting
I think
We're headed to bed here, you know.
I gotta go mow
I
the
think we're
lawn.
getting. I think we're on different pages of what kind of party we're at because for me
yeah.
it's like there's not like if that had been like at the Halloween party that we all attended, that would probably work. But like at most parties that I've been like here, and I think me and Joe are the ones that have probably partied the most.
I think the most.
I said 10 people. I said a kickback.
I think
okay.
The most extreme.
If it's a
We're
kickback,
not
you just
talking
say,
about raging here.
I'm done. Like, all right, let's wrap this up.
If it's a party,
If it's a
you're
party-
straight kicking people out, like music off, like you're kicking
Yeah,
people
that's
out
true.
at that point, you know, like because chances are there's also probably some people you don't know there, so they're not going to stick around.
Yeah, I have a weird offshoot story. It might be a bit long for this bit, but the most extreme example I've had of
hear it.
getting people out of my house was me in my kitchen with my nose just leaking blood, yelling at everybody to get the F out of my house.
That's fair.
Okay.
So
That's a really good.
That's the.
That'll do it.
Yeah, I was not a good night.
All right.
I lost a toenail.
That might
night.
have been the shortest long story I've ever
Well, I
heard.
cut out a lot of details.
It's like, it might be too long for this,
Listen.
but I had a bloody
seconds.
nose.
Literally
and
one
no
sentence.
laugh.
Listen, but there's a lot of details. Listen, on the Patreon, there's going to be a full story. Okay?
All right.
Follow us
I
on
like
Patreon.
that. I think we're all
is no
throwing a lot of
Patreon.
good thoughts out there. I'm going to give
indeed.
the boys a little bit of surprise right now. We got a commercial break coming at you.
Oh, commercial break.
So we might continue on with this trend. We'll see how the boys take to it.
Okay.
But we're quick a little bit here. We're looking for what flavors we associate with colors. So color of the week this week is we're going with pink. What? Give me one thing, one flavor that you associate with pink.
Starburst.
I think
This-
the obvious one is bubblegum.
This is a PG podcast, right?
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Yes.
okay,
Yes, it
well
is.
then,
13.
obviously
PG-13.
bubblegum. Obviously,
You got to pick a
bubblegum.
different one.
Absolutely.
We got pink Starburst here, bubblegum.
Yeah.
Watermelon.
Okay.
Watermelon?
Yeah.
Debatable if it's red or not.
It's
We can put that in your 30-second hot take later.
Okay,
but-
first of all, it depends on how ripe it is.
yes.
that's fair.
The
You got
redness.
like a perfect juicy watermelon. It's pink. Like
Is
it's
it
almost
though?
see through that red, and it looks. It's just a perfect pink.
All right.
Interesting. He fantasizes about watermelons a lot, I think.
Well, earlier we were
About
talking about
that mac
freaking
and cheese
mac and
earlier,
cheese
too,
being
but I mean,
super
anyways.
moist.
We'll
Shout
move
out
on
to the
from
word
that. We don't like
moist.
the word moist in the chat.
Everybody
but anyways.
loves that word.
Well,
Joe?
thank you for playing along, friends.
favorite word.
We're
Thank
going to
you.
go ahead and hop over to the man, the myth, the legend himself, our host, Chasey the Goose Goosen.
Hi, I'm next. Welcome in. And so,
I hate it here.
wait, Scotty, did you have a name for your segment?
Just controversial topics.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Shout out.
Shout out controversy.
Yeah.
My topic also controversial, and my topics will be known
I feel
as
like all of yours are.
Chase's pet peeves. It's time for everybody. Hey, it's everybody's favorite time of the show.
Not
Chase's
surprised.
pet
Hey,
peeves.
if you're ready to be triggered, play along here.
As one of the most peeved people in this place, but also one of the happiest, so it doesn't make sense. I mean,
Interesting combo
I
we
feel
got
like we're all
there.
pretty happy. Anyways, my peeve of the day is people that watch TV shows. Now, it's not about them watching that as much as it's more about them discussing it and whether or not the shows are actually quality in their eyes. And my least favorite thing, whether it's shows or movies, is when people say it's too slow or it's boring because there's no action. And it's really frustrating. I will give examples.
I already know where you're going with
The
this.
debate between, obviously, one of my favorite shows, Game of Thrones, a.k.a. House of the Dragon, and then the show that came out recently that I despised, Rings of Power. We all know it.
Because
And
it
so
too
I was
slow,
having
or-
this conversation with some people at a golf course who I wouldn't say are the most intellectual when it comes to TV and like script writing experiences, right? And so they were trying to tell me that House of the Dragon was boring because nothing happened, because there was no battles. Rings of Power had 1.5 battles, and it was extremely poorly written.
Yes.
The choreography was trash. They made elves look bad, but there was a battle and there was a volcanic eruption, so people are like, something happened. But just because there's no action, there's still like political discourse, like, you know, usurpation. What is it when you're a usurper? Is it usurpation? Usurpation. It's
a big word.
Basically, like House of the Dragon is all about like political backstabbing and just like character building and like, you know, like actual like script writing and character development. And Rings of Power was just kind of like
There wasn't any depth.
nothing of that. There was no depth to
There was
it.
no depth.
But people called House of the Dragon boring because it was just building characters in a world and getting you to season 2, which is going to have all the battles. And so for me, it's not even just that. It's like people that will be like, oh, well, a Marvel movie wasn't good if it wasn't like exciting and like blockbuster action. But if we look at Hollywood right now, that's all it is, and everything is trash. Like everything right now that they're putting out is bad, like in a blockbuster sense. And so it's frustrating when people don't take the time to actually understand like either the lore or like the backstories or like the actual like have the appreciation for character development and get bored easily and have short attention spans because all we do is watch TikTok.
Well, so I think what's interesting is I'm curious of who these people are that you're talking to, because if you were to ask me, I can't sit through Game of Thrones.
Right.
We've already talked about this. It
right.
bores me to death. I was not invested in it.
Right.
Sure, we can debate that. But these people, they probably weren't invested in Game of Thrones either, so they think that House of Dragons was boring.
Right.
Also, doesn't the back half of that show have dragons and stuff that pop out and start?
Yes.
Isn't there decent action in the back half of the first season?
Yes, but if you watch Game of Thrones, everybody like you know that it's like the first like 6 episodes are always a build up to like 7, 8, 9 things happening. 10 sets up for the next season.
I feel like it's pretty common.
It's just the script.
In shows to like build up the characters and then introduce them,
especially for season 1.
Even movies, look at Dune. Like that whole first movie was
movie,
it's a great movie, but the whole thing's just a build up.
Yeah, nothing happens in that movie.
Yeah. But you did a lot of talking,
and
what I heard was that people that don't like the same paced shows as you are low IQ and stupid.
Honestly, that's kind of what I got.
Honestly, you're not
That's
wrong.
pretty
That's
much
not what I was
I'm
trying to
told.
say, but it's kind of true.
Yeah.
No, I think it's more about just like patience and attention spans.
I think it is. I
And
think it's
having
definitely
Amazon Prime deliver the next day, like they just want like stimulus.
I think
right away.
it's more. I think it's more of like TikTok trends, which is why I tried not to get into TikTok at all. Like, when it first
I don't
came
think
out,
people have the
because-
time and energy to invest that
Right.
much into a Game of Thrones where there's 10 seasons. Like, I don't have 5 seasons of character development before I see my first dragon.
Right.
Like, I'm not invested in
I
that.
definitely agree that like because like I'm like that too. If my dopamine isn't on 2-day delivery, I'm kind of annoyed.
Right.
You know, but at the same time, there's also something to be said about people who don't have enough time to put that much time into a show.
True, but you can watch one 40-minute episode.
Okay, but then
Or 1 hour
oh yeah,
long.
but
Honestly,
if
I
that
can't,
40-minute
like, that doesn't
episode
work
is
for me,
just
though.
build up, then what's the point?
It's for the next episode.
It's for the
But I don't have time for that
That's
episode.
what I'm saying.
But that's just instant gratification, and I just want people to have more appreciation for quality storytelling rather than just like it being strictly entertainment.
That's like telling people that
No,
play
I would
Call
agree.
of Duty because that's all they have time to play is they're dumb because they don't want to invest the time in playing a whole world open RPG. When in reality, they just don't have the time for that.
It's a good point, actually. They're looking for quick
Did you
stimulus.
know that they did a study recently about who has the lowest IQ based on what video game you play?
Call of Duty players? Or Fortnite?
Call it.
I feel like it's Fortnite. Just gonna
No, actually, one of the lowest was Fortnite, but the
was a
actual
study?
lowest that stuck out to me, Sawyer,
Madden.
we're bad for this one.
I hate to hear it.
Rocket League.
No.
I see it now. It all makes
I
sense.
totally see that.
It all
Hey,
makes
on that note, we're gonna go ahead and move on here because I hated that stat.
Woo! That's right.
Next segment here is your boy who fails to cast his lines.
Sawyer. Hey, Sawyer's coming in.
So
Productions.
we're gonna hop on the I'm calling it the unsearchable segment here, and I found this out recently that Zion Williamson himself.
Did you search for it? Sorry.
It popped up out of nowhere.
Okay,
It
Zion
was just
Williamson.
a very random thing.
Himself.
For those of you who don't know, he's arguably one of like the greatest college guys to come out. Like there was so much hype around him, injury prone, blah blah blah.
Probably the
whatever.
greatest high school player to
Yeah,
watch.
like the guy was absolutely famous, first round pick in the NBA now, and the guy's a unit. Don't get me wrong, but in
bounces.
his contract, this is what I found out. In his contract, it said the sum of his weight and body fat percentage must be below 295.
Yep.
If it is not, the amount of guaranteed money in his contract can be reduced.
Yeah.
So listen, I'm all for this. I think this needs to be in more contracts. 2 people come to mind right away: Ezekiel Elliott and Eddie Lacy.
Okay.
Eddie Lacy
Anyway,
tanked 3 phenomenal years.
Yep.
My guy gained like 30 pounds in an off
Is Eddie
season.
Lacy a Bronco by chance?
no,
No.
he's Green Bay.
He's
And
Green
then
Bay
he went
guy.
to Seattle
I don't
for, like,
remember
1
who
year.
Eddie
He was
Lacy is.
insane. He was so good
was
for 3
really
years in
good.
Green Bay.
Joe, you remember Eddie Lacy?
And he got super chunky.
Amazing player.
And then he got super chunky.
Yeah, then he literally gained like 30 or 40 pounds in a season, and then he came back and he was an absolute slouch, horrible. And then he
Yeah.
got traded to
Yeah.
Seattle actually, and then he gained another 30 pounds, and the guy was freaking bellying it.
Yeah.
And
I
then
don't
you
know,
got
man.
Zeke, the guy
Kind of
also
sounds
just-
like financial fat shaming, if you ask me.
Well, they are professional.
They're
athletes.
professional. You're getting paid to do your sport, so I mean, if you're gaining 30 pounds in an off season, that's a tough look.
Yeah, you're
Like
not
if
getting
you're not
paid.
ready to go
That
by
is.
time season starts, or by time you're even like starting practice.
Okay, but do they also input like a limited amount of COD time in his contract too?
no,
or is
because
that
Kyler
just
Murray would be
Kyler.
screwed.
that's just
That was
Kyler?
just Kyler.
just
Yeah,
Kyler.
but
It wasn't a minimum amount of COD time. It was a minimum amount of film
Film
that
time.
he had
Yeah,
to watch.
yeah, that's saying the same thing a different way.
So
Yeah,
basically,
exactly.
so
That
basically
is true.
teams need to be
That is
more
true.
specific in their contracts.
Well, I just think that if you actually limit stuff like that, like I think that's huge because then, like, you actually have more incentive.
Do they tell the linemen that they have to stay above a certain weight?
I mean,
I think linemen it's got to be different. But I mean,
you're gonna get smushed if you don't. You know.
I don't know. I think it's definitely
to me, it's just more of like it just seems like babysitting.
Yeah, but
like
that's
adults.
what I'm saying. You shouldn't have to babysit these professional athletes.
Right,
but when they give them these contracts for so many years, you kind of have to.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you're going to pay them to play, and then if they're going to go out in an off season and gain 30 pounds, and then now they can't play, they're not ready week 1.
What would you
that's
put?
An issue.
What would you put in Antonio Brown's contract?
Oh, I would never sign him on a contract. So that's a different story for another day.
I know, but if you were to do
no, but they have what are they like? Not personality clauses. They have like
there are.
Like clauses where you have to be on like certain good behavior before you can actually.
Here's my really quick 5-second hot take. Russell Wilson should be on a social media clause. Get him kicked out.
That's not a hot take. That's
anyways. We're going to go ahead and move on here. Joe. What do you got for us today?
You know,
I love where you're going already.
My last bits, I didn't have I thought I was just going to do random stuff, but you know, you say this all the time when you just go thoughts. And so, like, I feel like I love that bit is just thoughts.
Thoughts?
Originally, I was going to do something, and I'm actually, like, just sitting here talking to you guys, another thing came to mind.
I love
So, I don't know if you guys have been on TikTok. I know you haven't, but there's this thing that was, like, recent but not so recent, a little bit ago, where all these girls were posting all of their icks. Their icks about guys. Like, oh, he took forever to find a parking spot. Ick. He gave me the ick.
Oh, I hate that.
Okay.
Stop
or like,
sorry, stop touching the microphone.
Oh, he talked baby to me. Oh, that's an ick. And like, girls will find like any little reason to be like, I don't know, that guy's
talking
like,
baby to me is
ick. Oh, you're so cute.
Thank you.
It's like,
that's all I want.
Oh, you cute,
we love
Jay-Z.
the example too.
Pinch my cheek.
Oh, there's a lot of hair there. That's I don't want to do that again. Anyways, so I want to clap back, guys. What is your ick? Thoughts?
Oh,
I have one.
Uh-huh.
This is just a preference for me.
Mm-hmm.
Girls with the wide-brimmed hats.
Whoa. Wait, that's an ick?
That's an ick for me.
I thought we liked that.
No.
Remember?
No, I don't.
We found out last night from a specific someone that's a girl flexing on you.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a power
move.
Sorry. Power
Well,
move.
that's
And we
the same
also,
thing.
Yeah,
kind of, but we also found out that the guy equivalent is wearing a bomber jacket.
That's true.
I would disagree with
I
that.
100% disagreed with
I
that.
had a bomber jacket for a while, and I thought it looked just fine.
Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, but it's not like I don't see a bomber jacket and be like, wow, that's special.
No.
You know?
Okay,
I mean, the hat, you're definitely making a statement.
there are some
agree.
women that
You know
pull
what I mean?
them off.
Yeah, of course.
Some. But most, I'm like,
Like the person we were talking about earlier.
yeah, no.
Yeah, she pulls it off.
Yeah.
We're not gonna
I want it on
Most
this. Show me after. Anyways.
No one knows. No one knows who we're talking about.
That's my
by the way.
ick.
No one knows.
I'll give you one of mine. Absolutely disgusting car. Like, you get in, there's just cans.
Sorry, Joe, we can't date anymore.
You don't want to look in the back seat because you don't want to. There's like a stray cat back there.
I feel like this guy's
been dead for 3 days.
His name's Bob. He's just
Bob.
eating the leftover chicken nuggets that are in the McDonald's
This guy in
container.
your car?
My car.
No, it's a cat.
It's a cat.
It's a cat.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we already
Yeah.
established this.
Name Bob.
Yeah.
That's a big one for me. It's like if that's what your car looks like, and then the room is probably the same way. It's
That's probably
just not
Yeah,
for
we
me.
can't date anymore. So, did you say one?
No, I think it's a very simple. The classic. It's fine. I'm fine. It's so classic.
That's
it's
You
just
annoying.
just knocked out 90% of the female like base.
Why do you
by
think
the
I'm
way.
not
think that's
catching
just
my line?
people.
It's never.
You know what's funny?
Oh, God.
You know what's funny? I'm gonna start a new segment right now. P.S. You're wrong.
P.S.
And this is where somebody says something and they're just wrong. Sawyer, you're wrong.
Well, it's fine.
Yeah.
You support a girl
You
who
like
says
it?
No.
it's fine?
I want to call you out for most of the time, not saying those specific words, but like when we ask you something, you don't say it's fine in that many words, but you'll just be like, don't worry about it.
Oh, that's not.
That's Sawyer's quantification of.
But that doesn't mean
it's
he's wrong. That just means he hates himself too, which I feel that.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good.
Self-loathing
I mean-
is not an issue.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Okay.
All right. Hey, Joe, I love that topic.
Okay, no,
out of you.
I'm sorry. I haven't.
Yeah,
given,
give us
I haven't
my
given
bad,
mine yet.
We can skip you.
That's fine. We can.
Another pet peeve. Oh, boy.
Mine's going to be basic because it's more of a physical attribute than it is
I could have gone physical.
like an attitude because it just makes sense. Are you okay over there?
No, I'm having a really tough time with mine. I'm just going to be honest. We're trying to figure it out.
If biggest ick is there's two parts to it. One is bad teeth. Can't do it.
That's fair.
If you have bad teeth, can't
Smells
do it.
really important.
And then also if you smoke.
Yeah.
Oh.
Cigarettes. Weed is okay, because I have to say that, because, you know.
Just because it's legal doesn't mean you have to say it.
No. I have to say it because I dated somebody
or tobacco.
Well, that also doesn't mean you have
actually
to say
dated
it.
2 people that were big potheads. That's irrelevant.
Yeah,
to
they're
the
also
story.
in the past for a reason anyways.
Well, yeah. Well, that wasn't why. But still, cigarettes specifically, and then bad teeth. If you're British, I'm sorry, you're done.
Yeah.
Just take
I
a seat.
agree with bad teeth being like ick out the window, but like if she's hot enough and she smokes.
Nope. It's
No,
so gross.
no.
I can't
Have you
do it.
kissed
Yeah,
somebody
it's
with
not
cigarettes?
attractive.
I actually haven't.
I did it one time, and it was the worst experience of my life.
Oof, that bad. You know, I retract my statement.
It wasn't
then. I'll
that.
take
It
your
wasn't.
word for
It wasn't even that she
I'll
was.
just believe.
Hey, that's a great friendship.
Yeah.
Right?
It wasn't.
Believe his
It
word
wasn't
for it.
even that she was like a bad kisser. It was just so gross.
You could just.
Sawyer was actually there
You
for it. 4th of
Did
July.
you get secondhand?
You were watching?
Did you get secondhand smoke from the?
You were
kiss?
here. You were here. It was at my house. It was Fourth of
to
July
be clear,
party that we were jumping
gonna-
off the roof into the pool. Remember that?
Oh god, I
his
do
name?
remember that actually. That was a really fun time. We're gonna move on before you expose yourself any
Okay,
further.
anyways.
I love it. All right, ladies and gents. Joe, we love that topic. Keep up that good work.
Sorry, I shouldn't do that.
Anyways, as we know, we finish off after all of our segments with a classic little draft.
Drafts.
Tonight, what we got, ladies and gentlemen, we got the best sing-along songs. All right,
Best
so we're gonna do a
sing-along
quick,
songs.
quick little draft here, a little snake draft again. We're going to sing-alongs. All songs are on the table.
Okay.
All right.
All songs are on the
All
table, Joe.
songs.
You hear that?
Oh, is it me first again, or are we?
We're
I don't
gonna,
know.
Let's flip a coin for it.
Okay.
Heads or tails? Caught it.
It was tails. It's tails.
Tails, you got it, man. Who do you want to go first? Then you want to go first? or what?
I want.
Just go.
I want.
I want Joe to go first. That's all I
That's
want.
fine. I can go first.
Okay,
Okay,
Joe.
Because I have an absolute banger.
I know
It's,
you do.
it's the best song. It's the best song by far.
So-
I feel like I know what it is.
No, you don't.
Joe's
probably-
best sing-along song.
Listen here.
I
When
love
I
this
first
head.
heard that this was the draft topic, I completely misconstrued what that was supposed to be
love
in
where this
sing-along
is headed.
songs. So Chase tells me, Joe, we're doing a draft pick for sing-along songs. Before he finishes his sentence, Wheels on the Bus.
Like children sing along songs.
My guy gets it.
I'm like, Wheels on the
He
Bus.
was like wheels on the bus. It's like,
If you're in a school bus full of children and they're singing Wheels on the Bus, you're singing that
that's the
song.
greatest sing-along song of all time.
I could think
Right?
of 50 other songs I can bounce off.
Or like
that.
Veggie
we
Tales.
are not there.
A great pick. A great pick.
Are we committed to that pick
That's his
here?
actual pick.
That's my number
That's
one.
his actual
Joe,
pick right there.
Not where we thought we were going to this draft, but I'm not even mad. Quite phenomenal first round pick out of you.
Thank you.
First overall, stuns the whole entire
Once
draft circle here.
I clarified, that's what I was talking to you about, and I was like, you have to say that. Like you
that's
have
so
to
good.
say wheels
so
on the
good.
bus.
Hey, all songs are in play, so.
Yeah. Do you guys want to go?
We're just gonna
around?
go.
I'll go
we'll
next.
go-
Okay.
we'll go same
Counter-
route as
counter
last time.
clockwise.
I'm gonna. Okay, so we discussed it a little bit, and this is all I'm gonna do with the discussion portion of this, and I'm just gonna say my songs. It was whether or not it was like all time or if it was like your own, right?
Yeah.
Like your favorites
We're
to
tending
sing.
to go a little bit more all time,
Right.
and overpopulation, but with slight bias, I imagine you're going to pick. One, so.
I'm gonna have quite a few biases. If I'm
That's
being
fair,
honest
we
with
love
you. But I'm gonna go with a very classic for my first pick. My first pick is gonna be "Piano Man" by Billy Joel.
I love it.
I knew
Because
it. I knew it was gonna be
there's
Billy
never
Joel.
been a point in time
I knew.
where Piano Man comes
so good.
on with a bunch of slightly intoxicated people, and it's not one of the most fun times you've ever had. in your
Here's a
life.
funner
Like,
fact
I'm
for
just
you:
telling
they can be sober too.
They can. But my favorite interactions, either whether it's at Yard House or fantasy football draft, is just a bunch of intoxicated people just absolutely getting after it, just
song.
screaming. Like we were in Yard House screaming at the top of our lungs. Scotty Klein.
Okay, so I'm just gonna preface by saying all my songs are biased.
Okay.
That's fair. That's fair.
First one, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh wow! Quick off the board, but
I don't
had
feel
it
like
on my
that's a
board.
biased opinion at all. Like
No, I think
everybody's
that's a
I
very
mean,
good
it's
pick,
also
actually.
popular, but it's also like I will lose my voice after singing it.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm gonna bounce it over to. We're going a little classic here again. It's just a song who's been doing it so well for generations. We're going "Don't Stop Believing" here.
Don't stop.
Listen, it gets everybody just rolling. on it.
Baseball games, classic.
So now we're snaking back. See, listen, you know it's a good pick when we got half the couches singing it right away.
Okay, we'll see how that sounds.
So
on
we're
audio.
swinging back around.
I'm listening to it and it didn't sound horrible. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm
We
going,
kind of
no,
crushed
no,
it.
thank you.
We
Thank
kind of
you.
I
crushed
thought it
it.
was
Right there.
beautiful. I'm going
Thank
for
you
my
so
second pick here.
Okay.
Listen, I'm just gonna do it. We're going Backstreet Boys.
Oh.
I want it that way.
Come on. That way.
Listen,
Your picks are good because I do want to sing them.
That's what I'm saying. Like you instantly just want to sing it. You know?
Tell me why.
Okay, anyways.
Beautiful.
I'm going to go with Sadie Hawkins Dance.
Oh, in my khaki pants?
Honestly, not a lot of people know about that.
I don't know that
Ladies
one.
and gentlemen,
Sadie's
Look
Hawkins
it up.
Dance.
Sadie
get in a
Hawkins
car.
Dance.
Get in a
There's
car with
nothing
me and
better.
Scotty and Chase, and we'll play that song for you.
Girls
You'll
is the
vibe
guys.
harder than you ever
Sorry,
will.
Joe. You're out.
That's okay. I feel like your statement on the first one, I'm going with an off-the-wall pick, and then you picked a most popular song. You should have started with Sadie Hawkins Dance, because that
for
one's...
real.
I don't even know
I
what
knew
you're
no one
talking
was gonna pick
I wasn't
it.
going to pick Bohemian Rhapsody. All of my songs are pretty biased as well.
Okay,
I feel like I
Which
was
is where I go
here.
for my
We gotta keep
second
this- we
pick.
gotta
We're
keep this
going
moving.
we're
Let's
going
hear it.
punk. We're going punk, as we all
Don't go
know.
overtime and next.
My
Gino.
Chemical Romance. Helena.
Oh,
That's a great
interesting.
one.
What's the worst thing I could say?
We don't have to sing all
I
of
mean,
it.
dude, it's such a vibe, bro.
So long and good night. So long and good night.
Well done, everyone.
Anyways, moving on. Joe, what do you got for us?
So immediately, the first song that came to my mind that was not a children's song was one that I feel
Balls, Get on the Wall, or
like
what?
everybody knows probably most of the lyrics to, which is hard to say for any song. Most of the lyrics.
Sure.
Mr. Brightside.
Great. It was on my board.
Yeah.
Second round pick. That was
Something
great.
about a cage, and he was doing just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
You gotta
Something
go
like
again
that.
now.
You have you get another pick. Bro.
Another
This is
pick?
a
Hold
good
on.
pick.
Yeah,
Whoa.
we're
Two
doing
in a
like
row,
Is
two in a
this
row.
pick o'clock right now?
He only
Oh my
had
God.
he only had 3 songs total, so this is rough.
Your third.
I'm gonna go with "Closer" by the Chainsmokers.
Oh, that's good.
Because that's a good one. Like the
It's
lyrics
a
are
good,
like
just vibey
words.
song, you
and-
know? Gets you in the feels a little bit too.
Yeah,
I
it
like
just-
Big fan of that pick. Just like that.
You're out of control.
I love it. Goose, what do you got for us?
Unfortunately, my list is currently there. That camera that is being used is that camera right there that's pointing at you guys is what my list is on. It is my phone. For those of you playing along at home. And so it's tough for me because I have 2 songs that are near and dear to my heart specifically, and I'm gonna split the genre off here because we've been kind of specific. I'm gonna go hip hop here.
I like it.
And I might have more than one hip hop, but I'm gonna go with a classic to me specifically, 0 to 100 by Drake.
Oh, I hear you go off on that song.
Absolutely, I know every single word of that song all the way through.
Ladies and gentlemen,
absolutely,
I can vouch for that.
dude. It is.
Have you guys seen everybody on social media going off about his song with like 21 Savage?
I have.
He's like, "Do it for me, 21."
Dude, the
Very erotic.
There was so hot.
It's very strange. It's strange. So
like
yeah,
it.
0 to 100
Good pick
catch
for
up.
you. I've seen you do it too.
It's an extremely biased list. Like I don't even know what my
We're
next
here
one's
for
gonna
it.
be. That's gonna be
All right.
horrible.
My next one. Bruno Mars. Grenade.
Boo.
Oh,
You couldn't have picked a worse song.
You really couldn't
Fine.
have.
Honestly,
It's biased for me.
there's a couple
Honestly-
of songs by Bruno Mars himself that I would have picked, but it's not a bad pick. I think it's a little early.
You don't have to console him. Like, it was a terrible pick.
No, but
It wasn't great. It
But
wasn't great.
I hate Bruno Mars because he's overplayed at weddings, and I've worked a lot of them. But
yeah.
if you were going to pick a Bruno Mars song, I'm glad you picked that one and not like 24 Karat because I.
It's definitely
I'd have
it's a
good.
first.
I'd have got up and left.
I
You know what?
legit- I
It
might
wasn't
have-
that bad.
I might have. I might have slapped you in the face.
Thank you.
Might have slapped you in the face. If I'm being perfectly honest, like respectfully though.
Respectfully, though.
Respectfully,
Keep in mind-
respectfully. Respectfully though.
So we're going.
Oh,
This
is it-
this one gets people.
Oh,
and
no.
I don't want to talk about it. We're going "Girl on Fire."
Girl.
Alicia Keys. That you get a whole room yelling that. It's a
That's
vibe.
true. No,
times
you're
2.
right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
This is jogging
It's
my
everybody
memory for
going.
other things that I had as well. So
Oh gosh, we're back to me. I wasn't ready. I lied out, Meryl.
You have a list.
You're right. I'm
list.
stocked up.
Yes, a
over
list.
This man has technology in his face. Can't come up with a song.
Dude, can't come up with a
crazy.
song.
Weird.
Honestly,
My
there's
list
so
is
many.
right there.
So,
It's the wrong one.
so listen, we're
That's
going
my
we're going
Christmas
next
list for those
here.
who don't know.
It's a little bit of a classic. We're going to Replay by Ayaz.
Oh my god.
Early 20s, little pop action.
That's a good one. I did have some pop
I like
ones in
that
there. I did
pick.
have some pop ones in there.
I like
Come on,
that.
if you don't like that
If I
pick,
can-
you're just simply wrong.
Yeah.
I like that pick.
Replay.
Okay, I'm gonna go with a little. I'm gonna genre change.
Ooh, let me guess you're going country.
Yeah.
Ooh, mine was also similar genre.
Tennessee
Oh.
whiskey.
And
By
you're just
Chris
you're
Stapleton.
picking.
I just can't think of a worse genre to go with. But
Okay, you guys might not like that song, but there's a lot of people in the country that love that song.
Tennessee whiskey.
just comment below how bad of a pick that was.
Sweet
We're good.
strawberry. I just
We
don't
get
like
F's in
it.
chat.
I just
Also,
don't like
I
it because again, weddings, and that song is played at every wedding of all
I've
time.
never heard that song at a wedding.
What? Your
like
DJ's trash then.
Anyways,
I mean, it's not like it's your
He
wedding,
was the
so it doesn't
DJ.
matter.
He's like, oh.
I would be the only one that was the DJ. Okay, so I have 2 more picks, right? And I'm drawing a huge blank. I'm drawing a huge blank right now. That's not going to help me at all. Oh yes, I'm going to go another genre switch up. We're going EDM.
Oh,
My
interesting.
fave.
This is sing along.
But can you sing E EDM?
Sing along, not
Whap,
your
whap,
favorite.
No. Is this?
I'm going to go Alive by Cruella.
Oh, for those of you who don't know Cruella,
Yeah.
they're it.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
It's
Phenomenal pick.
It's a big pick from me there.
All right.
It's a big pick.
It gets
from
the
boy.
party people rolling.
Oh, it gets the people.
I would call it decent.
It's
That it comes to think that my humps would have been a good pick.
You can literally still pick. You have 2 more picks.
No.
I love
You have 2 more
Yeah,
picks.
I'm
You have 2 more picks.
Still, I'm not. It's a great pick. It comes to mind, but I'm actually going back to how you talked about the bar drinking songs.
Yeah.
And I can tell you from firsthand experience
Yeah.
that Germans love this song.
Okay, German.
I went to Oktoberfest and I heard this song played
Which is in
probably
September, by the way.
30 different times in those tents. Take me home.
Oh, yeah.
Country roads.
great song.
To a place I belong. West Virginia. Mountain Mama.
to be honest.
Take
I forgot about that song.
John
That's
Denver,
so
baby.
good.
John
That's so
Denver.
I was blacked out drunk in Munich singing that song. Let me tell you.
How were you blacked out and singing?
That happens. That happens.
This was ingrained in my
that's a
memory.
hot topic.
Anyways, Goose, we gotta keep rolling here.
Oh,
was his last one?
one
No,
more.
he-
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's
one
almost
more. I didn't really have one prepared, and I'm not going to go with my humps. Just off the top of
Go
my
to the
head,
child sing along song again.
Tiny Dancer, Elton John.
Yeah, that'll play.
It's a great one.
like it.
That one's near and dear to me.
I might go. I already had a hip hop song, so I'm not going to say 100 Miles from Running because that's my honorable mention. Okay, I would do the whole rap for you right now, but
Please do. Just kidding. We don't have time for that.
Okay,
I was joking.
Is he speaking in tongues?
Yeah,
So I think that was wrapped on.
this is a very selfish one for me. Disney song, not what you're thinking. No, the new Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, interesting.
Dan Stevens singing Evermore. I could sing that for the rest of my life, and that'd be the only song I could sing. That's a
Can I be
legitimate.
honest? I don't
Interesting.
know
Can we
it.
go ahead and
I
add that to my
don't know
playlist
it.
right
Everybody
now?
needs
If
to
no one
listen
knows
to
it,
it.
I'm gonna
then
throw
Go
it on there
home.
right
Hey,
now.
can
home.
someone link the song in the chat?
Yeah,
Please?
Evermore by Dan Stevens. Thank you.
I love it.
All right,
We
I'm
love
going
the
country
uniqueness.
again.
We hate it here.
But you guys actually know this one, and I've
I
only
enjoy
done
it.
karaoke 2 times in my life.
Okay.
And I did this song both times.
Okay.
Wow, we love this.
Friends in Low Places.
That's a good one. That's a great.
I think I don't like country,
That's
but
just
that's a
weird.
song.
Where the
I
whiskey
is.
I'm with you actually on
Oh,
that.
you guys are
The
tearing it
beer
up over there on
chases
that.
So-
I don't know the lyrics.
away.
I'm going with. I'm stuck between
Last
two
pick.
here.
There's your last
I'm
pick.
going with one that's really. It's my song right now. My honorable mention is Free Fallin'. Okay. It gets it. But my real one, near and dear to my heart, Be Alright by Dion Lewis.
Oh, yeah. Dion Lewis.
You
is
guys,
good.
if you've ever been to car with me, song gets me right.
I have a Dion Lewis song on my list.
Am I dumb?
So good.
Are you dumb?
I don't know that song. Am I dumb?
All
Dude,
right.
you've heard
I
me
feel,
sing
I
it
feel
to
like
you
I'm
before.
dumb too. I feel more lost than when you guys are doing the NFL draft.
Can I give you like a line? Can you give me like a line?
We'll be alright.
I thought this was a
Be
PG.
all right.
Yeah, see, that was what I was thinking.
That's
We
actually
gonna
hilarious.
be all right.
Right?
Okay.
A nice draft. I clearly
Good
won.
draft.
That was phenomenal, boys. Way to be
Clearly won the draft. Thank
clear.
you.
That's not that's the wrong statement.
Thank you.
Hot take.
My hot take for 30 seconds is I won the draft. Prove me wrong. You can't. It's crazy.
All you have to do is look at my draft to know you're wrong. Anyways, let's go 30-second hot takes. Who wants to start us off here,
we
boys?
go, here we go, here we go,
The
here we go.
timer is rolling.
What? Okay, I'll just go then since
All
you're
right,
looking at
sick.
me.
Timer's
I want to
rolling. Let's get
piggyback off of your thing that you were talking about earlier with your thing is
Oh,
about
yeah,
weights being a thing. Do we pull a Barney Stinson and put that in marriage contracts? I don't know. Also, is it bad if, let's say that you're married with someone for a while, either way, and then the other person just like loses it completely, and you just lose attraction because like they were one body type and then they completely changed, and then you ask them if they can go back? Is that a horrible thing, or should you do it?
I think you have to support them in a physical journey, first of all.
Right.
Okay, actually, that's all for you.
Yeah, that's tough.
I don't even have a 30-second take.
I got you guys. I got you guys
I
thinking
have
on that one.
Scotty, you're up.
I have
Time's
one.
rolling.
Okay, if you have an empty tube of wrapping paper, do you A, pretend it's a lightsaber, or B, bonk someone's head with it?
Aren't those both the same thing?
No.
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 You can do lightsaber
I
fights, you know?
I opt absolutely bonk first.
I'm a big bonker,
Okay,
too.
bonk,
I'm a big
100%.
bonker.
Bonk first or lightsaber
Okay, what if
first?
someone else in the
Lightsaber.
room also has one? And the lightsaber.
It's
duel.
immediate lightsaber.
Okay.
Really?
Okay, we'll have
Depending
a lightsaber.
if there's like a
lightsaber.
small child
Dude,
nearby,
if-
then it's bonk, then lightsaber.
I get it,
Small
if
child. You
Bonk
like
then
small
lightsaber.
child?
Yes.
Okay, so there's an
Because
order to it.
it's easier to bonk.
Exactly,
on the head
and
if
it's
a small
funnier,
child.
honestly.
I like
If
it.
I get
like
if
it.
I get a tube, I'm bonking someone instantly.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
Just give me a
bonking for
bonk.
sure.
Well, someone give me a tube right now.
Okay, we need to chill. All right, my timer's rolling. So listen, I'm going to piggyback off yours last week a little bit. Slow drivers. Listen, I think DMV needs to make this a thing. If you're over 65, 70 years old, you should be testing every
Yes,
year.
yes.
Every year
Absolutely.
to get your license.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm
Post
talking
80 twice a
in
year.
person.
Yes.
What is
Yeah.
it right
Talking
now?
in-person driver's test.
Absolutely.
You shouldn't have to pass a...
What is it right
Yes.
now? How often is it right
And they
now?
don't
Absolutely.
care. It's like every 5 years or something.
Absolutely.
I don't
Oh,
know that. Don't fact check me on that. Please do, actually. But
So it's like yelling
There
at
are
the
DMV
lot-
cares?
podcast.
Never.
There are way too many old people out there who are driving 12 miles an hour at 45.
Yes.
There's way too many old people out there, period. To be
Yes.
honest.
To that, anyways.
All right, Joe.
Okay, so
Go
like,
ahead,
I want
let's
you guys' best estimate. How many dino buddies before you eat before you puke? Like, how many do you think you could get down?
Wait,
I'm going to solid 60.
Dino
I would
nuggets?
say 60.
Yeah, the Dino Nuggets. Yeah.
Oh, I thought Dino Buddies. What are
I don't know.
Dino buddies.
Listen,
Dino
we got
buddies.
60 seconds. I'm saying 60.
How
30
many?
seconds.
I could probably do 100.
100?
I would say
I call
60
bullshit.
seconds?
Oh, wait, did you say 60?
No, just how many
Oh.
could you eat before
He was saying 30 seconds.
Before
I
you
don't-
puke?
I think I could maybe do 40, 45. I don't
40,
know.
45. 100's ambitious, man.
I might
I
be
don't
able-
think you could fit there.
I
Things
could.
are
I
small,
might be
though.
able to get to 50.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all the
I might
time
be
we
able to.
have.
Oh, perfect.
I would love for all of us to close it out with a quick shout out to the collective.
Hey, shout outs collective.
Shout
What's
out.
the collective?
Shout out collective. Don't
What
worry
is
about
that?
Hey, ask us next time.
It. Hey,
Shout out.
hey, this episode is powered by the collective, just like every other
Don't ask
episode
us
will
what
be.
it is.
It's on my shirt. You will be able to buy merch soon. It's not exciting.
Yeah.
I wish I knew what it was so I could buy merch.
Sure.
Don't
Oh,
worry
I
about
already
it.
have
Discount
merch.
for being here, or do I got to pay full price?
I'm literally going to give you a shirt.
I'd prefer to pay.
Anyways, I think
3,
that's
2, 1.
it. Thank you so much for watching. We will be back next week, probably, if we can get Sawyer to do it.
Cast that line.
we can sort of.
That's a great way to end it.
All right, we'll see you guys later. Thanks so much.
Adios.